Hey everyone, Coach Kev here. Back again with your watch list for 4/6/2020. Now it's been a while since I've done one of these, so take it easy on me. Be a little rusty. I want to do one of these every day. I finally gotten myself to the position where I can trade daily and work on real estate. So I've made the transition in my life to be able to be here, help you guys out, be in the chat, and trade every day. It's pretty awesome. So let's dive right into it. Honestly, coronavirus, that's probably where I should start. That's been the biggest shock in the market. I mean, there was some stuff going on with Trump's impeachment, all the little weird things that seem so trivial now. Um, but it happened, it started in China, back up here, and then everything kind of started to spread. And China shut down. That's what got us this big, scary gap down. And then everybody started worrying about supply and demand. And then it started to spread, brought us down, started to spread more, got to the US, got to the Europe. And then oil hit. Boom. And the Saudis and the Russians got into it. And then there was a price war in commodities. So there's going to be some stuff going on where oil producing countries are going to try to use their leverage. We're going to try to use any leverage that we have. It's a wartime moment almost, where it's every man for themselves, every country to try to survive and get through this. The beautiful thing with globalization is we're trying our best to work together, but shutting down borders and concentrating on your community is the best thing we've been able to do so far. So playing this has been a roller coaster of a ride, as you can see. We've hit the first big drop, and I do believe there's going to be another stomach buster in here again that's going to dump us. And it's going to be a surprise. I mean, we've got a bunch of terrible news over the last couple of weeks with the cases spiking, expected, 100,000 to 250,000 Americans to die is a really, really bad, grim number. And the market's still kind of hanging out around these levels. So the next thing we got to be watching for is kind of an extension on the supply and demand issue here, where how long are these economies going to be shut down, and then what's it going to look like when they start to open back up? And if you think about it, there's going to be a mental scarring for society here. People aren't going to want to go outside. They're going to be a little bit more cautious of how they spend their public time, and that shift is what we want to see, and how people are going to start spending their money, what the economies, how the economy and the market's going to respond to that, and what new sectors are going to respond to that, how people are going to work. There's so many things to watch. So my keys are right now for watching global macroeconomics are the currencies. See how the dollar basically holds up against the rest of these currencies. If all these currencies around the world start to weaken, and everybody goes at a mad liquidity rush for dollars. So there's a lack of dollars in the system. You guys can look this up. I may shoot another video about this. But the lack of dollars in the system is what's really driving the price up, and where I'm going to build a lot of my positions around. So the DXY is what I'm watching, the dollar currency index. It had this big run up here in March during the drop, because everybody was selling out of stocks, selling out of gold, selling out of Bitcoin, selling out of everything for dollars. The corporate high yield credit, people are pulling those credit lines, companies are pulling those credit lines to try to pay their employees and pay their workers and keep supplies coming and keep their businesses open. And then how do they repay? They have to make some money to put those dollars back in the system. So there's a lack of those dollars, which has caused me to start building a call position on UUP, which is the ETF that holds, basically these guys just hold stacks of dollars. They just hold rubber bands. So DXY are the futures, or the dollar currency index, which shows the strength of the dollar. So I'm going to be watching this to head up towards 105, and that will be my first major resistance area. We're obviously going to have some here at 103, but once we break that, I'm taking 105 and then close to the 110 area would be the very top for me. Once we start getting up here, I'll probably start selling premium because the dollar is not supposed to move like this. If you look back here for all of 2020, all of 2019, it's pretty well been range bound in $15 range, not even. So for the dollar to move like this is crazy, and it's going to do some crazy things to the options premiums. So if it starts ripping up here and we start to get crazy premiums, it's going to be too late to get into this play. If you're not in this play yet, or start scaling in soon, things are going to get expensive, and it's going to be hard to make the big profits on this play like we're looking for. So once we get up here, that's where I will start selling premium. So I'll sell the contracts. I can't draw for nothing today. Anyway, we'll collect that money, and as the time decays, if it keeps going up, we'll use the premium that we collected to buy some more calls and possibly some puts if we see, economic activity start to come back. If we see people starting to go outside and purchasing money starting to flow back into the system, and they start spending those checks, those $1,200 checks that everybody's going to get, that's where the dollar is going to start slipping and coming back down. So you could do that on this side too. If you feel premiums are expensive, you could sell premium on the puts, which would probably, actually, I may do that. That'll net you some good profits to roll into the more expensive calls if that's something you'd want to do. So I'll be keeping an eye on the DXY. This is my main play. Gold will be a close second. Most of the time, gold starts to go after the dollar starts to give up. So let's go to the DXY. I'll just show you guys real quick. Go to the daily chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. That probably will show us a little bit better what we're looking for. Sorry, I'm not set up for stream yet, guys. So bear with me here. Thank you. Okay. So here's where we want to look. Let's look back at the old financial crises, right? Get rid of Phantom on here for a minute. Script Cloud, clean it up just a little bit. If you guys haven't tried Phantom yet, you should. The liquidity information that you get from Phantom is amazing. All right, so here we're back 2005, 2009, when the financial crisis has started, right? Gold. Now if you look, they basically inverse each other. So June 2001, gold's at an all-time low. All-time low. Dollars up here, all-time highs, right? As the dollar starts to drop, gold starts to go. So this is how I'm going to inverse this play. Once DXY makes its breakout, and I'll probably do the same thing with silver, that's when we're really going to want to watch this. Because gold tends to lag. So that'll be my indicator to start going to gold, is when the dollar starts to give up. I start selling premium on the dollar. I'll start shoveling that premium that I'm getting into gold calls. And that's how I'm going to pay for my gold play. So those are my longer term plays. The next thing we got to watch coming in here to the next couple months, it's going to be the first earnings since this crash. Sorry, I want to go back to my blue candles. And what I'm watching is Tesla, because Tesla is very volatile. I am expecting Tesla. I really want to try to pick some up for my long term in the 350 area. So that's kind of where I'm expecting Tesla to end up. I've already got a position short on Tesla down in the 350s areas. So if you're not in this play yet, keep an eye on it for the next few days. See if we get some bounces, see if we get a little bit of capitulation where the premiums on the contracts might shorten up just a little bit. Because earnings is out here on the 28th. So anything you play in May is going to cover that. Right now, unless they come down here, make a new low with a lot of support, I am expecting a bearish earnings for Tesla. They had great numbers for their cars come out, but can that sustain? I don't know. There's not people out buying Teslas in China right now. There's not people out buying Teslas in America right now. There's nobody out buying cars anywhere. So I do know they have a program, the use Teslas 50% off in Q2. So that could help them, but I don't see them doing too hot here. Shopify is going to be another one. And Shopify's got earnings coming up, but I think Shopify could surprise in the long run. So kind of on the 4 hour, looks like we're finding a bottom on Momo. But if we go to the daily, I believe we still have a trap coming in. Yeah. So the momentum's pulling this back down. My level to start buying this will be down here in the 150 range. 150, possibly 250. If we can find some support in the 250 range, that'd be great. But till then, I'm still gonna either be selling calls or buying puts. And I also want to watch BA coming into earnings with everything that they've had going on. I can't imagine it's going to be very good. I might be looking for some iron condors because premium is going to be really high with these giant moves that BA has been making. Because I don't think they'll break this range. So if we do a condor around the 180 mark and the $100 mark, we should be able to make that work. Have to see what premiums are offering before we make that play. So really what I've been watching is all the super volatile stocks, the ones that are getting headlines, one where people are really have their eye on them. Premiums are expensive, so we have to shop them really closely, or either do debit spreads or credit spreads. So keep an eye out for these companies. If you guys have any more to add to the watch list, you want me to go over any of them, post them in the comments below, and I will do them for tomorrow's video. I'll actually do some TA on them and see if we can get some entries or exits. I also want to have you guys join the chat room. So I have a little bit of an announcement to make. Monday morning, and then every Monday going forward for a little while, I am going to open up the chat rooms to everybody in the public. I can't go live and do live stream all day long, but I can hop in voice chat and I can be on the chat room all day long. I've got my kids home in quarantine with me, so you guys don't want to hear them scream all day, trust me. But I will be there trading, sharing charts, and helping you guys learn and grow. So if you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you click the link below, you subscribe, because I've got workshops coming. There's going to be one following this video today for basics, and then we're going to do 1 or 2 a week to go over some of the strategies that I've been discussing in this video. So stay tuned for that. If you want to get in on the workshops, make sure you click subscribe, you like the button, push the like button. You can like the button, but make sure you push the like button. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's Sunday. Post some charts, and I will see you guys tomorrow night on the next watch list. Thank you for being here. Good night.